Alright, I debated whether or not to make a video or write about this, and I'm too tired to write about it, so I'm going to be lazy and try to make a video. I have the points I want to make in my head, so this is about, I don't know, a month and a half or so into owning this system. It's a Cobra 3 version 2 combo, which means it came with the Ace Pro, as you see here, and it came with the printer, of course, as you see there. I'm just going to give my thoughts on it. It's been going pretty much non-stop. I got about 400 hours on it, and it only is paused when it is waiting on me. I hope you can hear me over this over the fan on it. It's really not that noisy, but for some reason this camera loves to pick up that white noise. Anyway, I'm going to go through what I like about the thing, what I don't like about it, and maybe you can see some items that I've been printing around it, which I'll mention too. I've noticed, and I've been absent from printing for about 3 years or so. When I came back and started going through printables and things and Thingiverse, and most of the same websites are still around, and amazingly the same prints are still around. It's the same crap, the same stuff. There's really not much. Gridfinity just came around when I kind of ducked out, and it has just exploded. Everybody's just gotten bored, and nobody's really come out with anything since then. That's one thing that I was going to talk about is I set up a multi-board, and I started out with a honeycomb because I came across the honeycomb system first. So I printed a couple of frames of it, and you don't want to waste the stuff. It takes a long time to print, and it takes a lot of filament. So I put those down in the shop, and I switched to multi-board for a few reasons. Number one is you can do more with it. It has little holes in between the big holes, which you can screw into both of them. So you have all these sort of, like these for example, you can screw into the big ones and have different size holes. You can screw other things into there. There's a ton of parts that are available for it. Just anything you can imagine. It's almost overwhelming. You need it for a course to tell what goes with what. Like what's that sort of adapter goes with what part. Like this shelf, it took me forever to figure out how to rig that thing. As you can see, it's got, you can find pretty much anything you need for it, and it got all this junk up off the tabletops and everything. I needed this because I have, as you can see, I have a lot of projects going on. So that's one thing that I found that I do like about it, the new world of 3D printing. It's come a long way since I was last doing this. The last couple of printers I had were Anycubic Kobra, and which I love. Oh, excuse me, Anycubic Viper, and I love that Viper. It was stolen. All my printers were stolen. I had a Prusa, and it was stolen. But even so, since those days, I bought all this combined for like $275, and I think they threw in a 4-pack of filament to boot, and a free camera. I don't know how they make any money off of this. I'm printing a spoon rest right now. That's a crab, if you want to know what that is. I know it's like a red splat. It's going to be a crab that holds up a spoon over its claws. Anyway, what I like about this is that it does everything for you. I got to where I tinkered with my Anycubic Mega S so much that, and I bothered the poor engineers at Anycubic so much that I learned so much with that printer. It was ridiculous. I switched out so many different motors and hot ends, and I built that thing over from scratch probably 4 different times. And Anycubic was great about it all. They didn't ask any questions. They just helped me every single time. And that's kind of what I'm sensing now, is that I get on all the message boards and the chat rooms and stuff for this model printer especially. And there are a lot of people in there who I can help. I know I have the answers because I've been doing this for so long. I've been doing it for like 8 years. And the questions that these people have mostly, or the complaints that they have, they're all due to user error. Nearly all of them. They start tinkering with the settings and messing with this and messing with that, and they get in over their heads and they can't figure out how to get back to normal. And that's the problem I see. And they don't want to admit it. It's like people that say they got hacked on Facebook. They don't want to say they clicked on something bad. But this thing is built like a tank, and it does auto leveling, it does auto everything. It's so nice. You don't have to fiddle with anything. And I really, I bought a new fan for it, a 5150, I can't remember what it's called, but like a turbo fan to go in that thing. Before I even received it, and I had a hot end, a bimetallic hot end to go in it, and I bought a new plate. That plate that's on it is new. And I got all this before I received the machine. That's why that bed is 5 millimeters too small each way. That bed is 255 millimeters by 255, and then the plate I got, the information I got off ChatGPT is wrong. It's 250 by 250. So aesthetically, it looks terrible. It drives me crazy. But pragmatically, it is fine. It's not causing me any problems. I've printed things that come up to the edge of that, and it hasn't caused me any problems. Really, the only complaints I have about this, and I'll get actually to that in a second. I was talking about customizing this with fans and all that, and new bed plate and all this. There's really not that much. I haven't installed it because it doesn't need it. They've got all this stuff just down pat. I put a new shroud on it for the fan there, and I put a new bezel there for the controls, just to make it unique. And I put this corrugated pipe on it, as you can see, and I think that looks a lot better. But other than that, there's really not much you can do to it. It's optimized. What else can you say? One of the things I did do, I printed a camera mount that extended the camera from the gantry there out to the end of the bed. But what I found was it was about a foot long. What I found was being out here, when that thing moved, it translated a vibration to when it got out here. It was like really bouncing around, like my fingers doing. It's not solid, so that's why I moved it right back there. It was a good experiment, but it got way too bouncy when it was out there. The image was not good. It's not a good setup for the kind of really good time lapses. That would be another complaint I really have. The only other one that I can think of is, well, for the printer, is that they use, and it's minor, it's that for the accent colors they're using this orange, which reminds me of Prusa. I don't know why they didn't use blue, because when I think of Anycubic, I think of blue, not orange. It uses orange wires and orange insignia there. Weird. I don't know why they do that. If you even had a black or silver or something, that would have been better to match up the things. But anyway, I printed a fruit catcher over there. That's the best kind that I found. And it holds a lot and it bounces off. I took some oil of that super glue, and I just put a thin coating on the back of that so nothing sticks to it. Everything was sticking to it. You kind of knock it down. It's not that big of a deal, but I just put some oil on there, and that cleared that off. And I have some rubbing alcohol, printed that out. It's you haven't seen one. You just put like a microfiber cloth over it, and I have some spray alcohol. And between every print, I spray down my bed, wipe it off with that. Some nice, you could build semiconductors off that thing. It's so clean. So that's really what's going on with that. I got this kind of welder's lamp up here, to give me some light on that. It didn't really provide a lot of light. The light that comes out of the nozzle in that area, you can turn on and off easily, but it when you have all the other lights off, which I won't bother showing you, but it casts lights on what you're printing, and it causes it to make it look like it's come detached, and it worries you more than it helps. But anyway, so I have that light on it, and this light, and any light I can when I need for it to be. I do like that pattern that's on there. When you print with this pattern, you get it on the top, as you can see here. You can see I've been just printing everything. I got this little magnetic tray I made. I got this spool, this solder holder, this thing for my soldering gun, soldering holder there, something to hold my snips in. I mean, it just never has this stupid device everybody has. I might use that one day, who knows. This thing for Arduino, I thought this was pretty cool. Put magnets in there, hold that on. There's just some racing stripes on it. And if you're into electronics and stuff, it holds everything in one place. It's a pretty cool little device. Just showing you some things that I found that are helpful. All that stuff for the multi-board, of course. I printed out a VW van to hold my files and hex Allen keys in and stuff, as you can see there. That's really about it. I printed this shelf for extra filament. That thing's worked out great. I recommend one of those. It works really well. I sanded down and finished off. I'll make mine finish. We finished off his dowels, and it looks really good. There's old nasty dowels, and I sanded them down and reused them, and it works out really well. Other than that, this thing has just been rock solid. It's been going non-stop. I've changed all sorts of settings on it. I haven't switched to PETG. I'm slowly letting my PLA supply dwindle down, and then I'm going to start just doing it with a PETG, and so I'll let you know how that goes. But the PLA has been fantastic. No adhesion problems at all. You know, people, I don't get these people that have problems online, though. See, I don't know where they're coming from. You know, don't change the settings from the manufacturer. They always have it right. They know what they're doing. Don't think that you're going to outsmart them or something. They do this all the time, every day, all day. So they have it dialed in pretty well, I've noticed. So I try not to mess with anything unless I have to. To start unscrewing this stuff, just kind of tinker with it, don't do it. It's set like it should be. So that's what my 2 cents. I've got 400 hours. I love it. I haven't had any issues with it. I printed this thing. It's still kind of a work in progress, but you can see it's pretty big. I have no problem printing that. It's 250 millimeters tall, 255 X and Y. Can't think of any problems. When the filament runs out, I guess I'll talk about the Pro lastly. This thing is pretty good. I printed out a little holder. It's hard to see with this. You can see it there. A hygrometer and a thermometer in there, and you can see what's going on in there. When the filament runs out, waiting for it to fully run out and tell you that it's out before you start sticking other filament in there. Otherwise, it's going to tell you that you have broken filament in there, and you're going to have to extrude it over and over and over to get it to come through. It is a pain. So that's something to be aware of. When you put some new filament in there, always make sure it's nice and straight. I put some in there that was curved, and what it'll do is curve back around into the chamber there, and it causes a mess. It'll wrap around itself and just keep going, and you can cut it and get it out, or You can unscrew these screws on either side, pull that plate out and get it out that way. I just muscled it out of there. It's probably the worst way to do it, but that's how I did it, was just strip those gears, baby. Other than that, that's about it. These are good things to have if you're just getting into 3D printing. Cordless glue gun, love that thing because it's cordless. These little flush snips, you need those. Some needle nose pliers, need those. Scissors, need those. You don't really need that kind of stuff, but I have it. Super glue, that comes in handy. These T-wrenches, you're going to be doing probably a lot of work with screws, 2.5 and 3mm screws. A deburr. These things are great. They're really cheap, and you can get them. You can get have extra tips in there, and it comes with like 10 or 20 more of the tips, and there's no way you'd ever use them all. They're great for smoothing out edges and to get the edges nice and chamfered. Screwdrivers, I even print my own screwdriver and tip to use on screwing these things in. But as you can see, there's a lot you can print with it for everything. Multimeter holder and calipers hold out. I just know where everything is now. It's all vertical, which is great. So this video has gone on long enough. So there you go. 400 hours with the Anycubic 3 Model 2. Thumbs up so far.